the same girls from Colombia, Johana Viveros and Fabriana ARIAS. ARIAS won this race last year before Sandrine BEL and Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA. The two Colombians are like dominating every race, so I think they will race for ARIAS again now, as Viveros already have 2 gold medals. But yeah, we also see some crashes sometimes. And also we see the Chinese girl, Don Guo, who took a medal already. Oh, and the fight is already there.
Oh, a lot of fighting. And the elimination race is always really nervous because we will have a few laps without elimination. So what's the best thing to do in the first laps? There's no elimination. You don't want to waste too much energy. How can you manage it to get fit in the final?
Well, the best position is maybe in the top 5. That's the easiest. And also now Manon is not wasting energy as she's skating really easy. Mareike is coming to the front with Larissa Geiser from Germany.
Yeah, so Mareike was totally in the back with her start, so there she is. She managed to go to the front in 1 lap time, so that's pretty strong. And Manon is protecting her back now, so they are together. And this is good to see, 2 Dutch guys together.
And we saw the girl from Chile coming in. Mareike should not let anybody in front of her.
So the GJ is playing some nice music again. The crowd goes wild, or they should go wild. Pretty easy so far.
And we see now Anke Vos in front. She crashed yesterday another time.
Yeah, she's not lucky this tournament, huh?
No, a crash on the track with a relay.
Yeah, well, we see a lot of teams together. It's always smart to race with your teammate in this kind of races. Together you form a good duo, and other skaters won't get in easy so fast. So it's better to protect your place in the peloton.
Yeah, and we see now Mareike THUM also with a warning.
Yeah, so we see Anke Vos and that the 2 Italian, the 2 Colombians, the 2 Germans. Then on the outside we see the Netherlands, Argentina, Spain. They're all together with the teammate.
And the Larissa Geiser from Germany is coming to the front now.
Looking at her knees, she also crashed this tournament.
And Anke Vos is racing with Sandrine BEL, but they are not working really together at the moment.
Oh, and Manon was fighting with a girl from India. It's nervous in the peloton.
Yeah, it really is. I think Manon is racing for Mareike now. Or she wants protection in her back.
Or maybe they decide halfway the race who's feeling good and then go for that.
Yeah, we
skater.
see South Korea on the outside passing now. Wow, is she doing an attack? That would be a surprise. An attack in the elimination race.
Yeah, there is an attack. Oh, this is fun. And we see Dan Huao from China behind her. Is she stopping the peloton for her fellow Asian?
No, she's not stopping the peloton. We have number 83 in attack, Seul Lee from South Korea. If I was the Chinese girl, I wouldn't close this gap.
Well, she's
Leave it to the others.
She's not really closing, but I think the South Korean skater looks surprised
that she has
that she has a gap. Yeah, that she has a gap, because she's not really going for it. Yeah, we see Giulia LOLLOBRIGIDA on the outside, behind her big sister. There's Francesca with her sister in the front of the peloton now, followed by the 2 Colombians.
Yeah. ARIAS and Viveros.
Yeah, normally this will be the battle between ARIAS and Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA. But we see also Mareike GER in there. She won the gold on the 1000 meter, and she can do an elimination race as well.
Yeah, she got a lot of speed, and she also did one lap, which is just 360 meters here. We see the girls from Spain moving now on the outside.
Yeah, I think they're coming close to the first bell because it's so nervous in the peloton. No one wants to go to the front and get a high pace in front of the pack. Yeah, there's the first bell. So the next time they
change now.
Yes, they change now. Next time they pass the finishing line, the first skater will be eliminated.
You saw Manon and LOLLOBRIGIDA helping each other. Manon said, if you leave me here, I will give you the place back.
That's Anke Vos in the back of the peloton now. She has to move up.
With the girl from South Korea who was just in the breakaway.
So it's
all
also
on one line.
It's also Sandrine BEL who's in the back of the peloton. That's not her place.
But she had Anke Vos behind her. But I think it's Nadja Wenger from Switzerland. She's eliminated. And they say it's place 31. And if it is so, we miss one girl.
So we will try to find out who this is. We have an elimination any other lap, so not every lap like the points. Any other lap there will be an elimination.
It's Darian O'Neill from USA. I just spoke with her teammates and they say she's sick. But as she's sitting in front of us, I'm not sure if she is, but she's not racing. So we don't see any girl of the USA.
Yeah, we see the Dutch girls now in the back of the peloton. Mareike Groenewoud is on the inside. That's the wrong place to be. Mareike Groenewoud has to be careful now.
Oh, Manon.
I think it's a girl from Ecuador, Venezuela.
No, it's Mareike Groenewoud from the Netherlands.
So Mareike Groenewoud from the Netherlands is the second eliminated skater. She's still in the pack. She doesn't know yet.
So we only have Manon in this race now for the Netherlands.
So Groenewoud is still in the race. She doesn't know yet. She has to leave the race. Oh, and Manon is taking the second place in the peloton now. So and Mareike Groenewoud is still in the race. She has to leave the race now. Was Nadja Wenger also still in the race? Is she there on the outside?
Yeah, she's just leaving now. Now Mareike recognized that she's out.
So on the finish we have the next elimination now. I think it's the girl from China.
And we see Dang Guo. Dang Guo in the back. No, it's Xishan Li from China. It's her teammate.
So Dang Guo is alone now in the race without a teammate.
We see Colombia in the lead, followed by Mareike THUM, Germany, and the LOLLOBRIGIDA sisters from Italy. The girl from Mexico is moving up now, Osiris Giron Garcia.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fighting, a lot of grabbing in this race. But there are not that many warnings yet, so maybe this will change later in the race. Still the girl from Mexico leading, giving all she can, it looks like. And Anke Vos in the back of the peloton.
Yeah, and her teammate Sandrine BEL is moving up to the front now with Rush from India in her back.
Oh, this is a close finish again.
Ecuador?
I think it's Ecuador.
It's number 2 from Argentina, Maria Herrero.
Really close every time and it's hard to see. Yeah, the Belgians are separated. The first and last position we have now. It's Sandrine BEL leading and Anke Vos in last position.
Yeah, we have 44 laps to go. doesn't have to be the worst place, because if you in the last position, you can see where the gaps are. You can build. Oh,
the Colombians speeding up. They want to take the lead. And now Sandrine ITA will try to go behind them, but there is a lot of fighting.
Yeah, THUM is in front of her. Look, you can see now, Anke can see where the gaps are, and she got a girl from Germany behind her. It's Larissa Geiser from Germany who has to leave the race. So Mareike THUM is on her own now, with 26 skaters left in this race and 42 laps to go.
Yeah, Manon Kamenga from the Netherlands is a little bit too much on the outside. It's better to be behind the Colombian skaters or behind Mareike THUM.
She's now behind her Bond teammate Clemence FRA from France.
So there are the Italians, Francesca and Giulia LOLLOBRIGIDA. And Anke Vos still in the back of the peloton. Is this her tactique, Lisanne? Try to go and pick one skater every lap or every elimination?
You saw Sandrine ITA and Mareike THUM touching each other. Yeah, possible it can be, because it's in the peloton. It's a lot of fighting, so it doesn't have to be the wrong place, but I'm not sure if she made it this time, because the inside is most of the time not the best position. You know, Anke Vos is out of the race now, place 26 for her.
Yeah, and now we see Manon Kamenga struggling on the back of the peloton. She looks tired. I think it's not her race today. Doesn't look good there in the back of the peloton.
Yeah, or she's done with the fighting.
Yeah, and you see how her body moves. She's tired. She's not going to be in the top 10 today, I think.
But we also see Sandrine ITA in the back. You see? She's leaving a gap. What's happening with Sandrine ITA? Or is she just building up?
Yeah, but even if she's building up, it's not her position at this moment of the race. Maybe she's thick or... Ooh, and I think she's in the peloton
She's
again.
okay. We also see Dan Guo in the back of the peloton. It's Dan Guo who eliminated.
Ooh, and Dan Guo, who took a medal on the track on the point elimination, now is out. That's a big surprise. Maybe Dan Guo is a real track skater, huh? Not that good on the road. So Sandrine ITA, who was in the back of the peloton just one lap ago, is now in the front. But this costs a lot of energy to race like this.
Yeah, we got Manon still in the pack. She's now in the back of the peloton. She seems easy now. But can she make the speed to pass another skater? You see Mareike THUM in front now.
Yeah, and the Mexican girl who took the lead around 6 laps to go is now in last position. She's on the inside. Manon Kamenga is on the outside. She has to pass one skater in the finishing straight.
Yeah, she will be fine. The girl from Ecuador was at least in her back. No, it's the girl from India, Rash, who eliminated. Still 23 ladies in this race. We have 36 laps to go.
We always see skaters telling there's a crest. The girl from South Korea crest, and one girl from Japan crest over her.
She looks bad.
Yeah, but that's what the South Korean skaters always do. They stay on the ground for a long time and then stand up. We saw that a few times before this tournament, so we hope she's okay, of course. But
and we see Manon back in second position now.
Yeah, so this looks better for Manon Kamenga. She's in good position. And I think the girl from South Korea is still laying on the ground. Yes, there she is. But
it's number 82, Yu Suk Woo.
Oh, what's the girl from Chile doing? She just hanging into the group. What was that? What kind of move was that? It's so dangerous to do that in front of the race. If you crash, all the girls will crash. Really strange
maybe
move.
that's her tactic, domino tactic.
So I think the girl from South Korea is off the track now.
Yeah, she's eliminated. And Next elimination, we will see the girl from Japan eliminating. She is still skating, but she crashed with a girl from South Korea. We see her here. It's Yuri Yoshino from Japan.
So no elimination in the peloton. And we see Manon Kamega in the back of that peloton again. But no elimination. And we have 33 laps to go. So we're around halfway this race.
And some of the girls in the pack don't know that there's no elimination here, as the girl from Japan has to leave the race.
So Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA, followed by her sister, is in the lead. Always followed by the two Colombian skaters.
Yeah, normally these girls should go for the fight for the gold medal. We see Sandrine BEL on the inside now.
In the Netherlands, we always like to go in a breakaway. Why do we not see a breakaway in this race?
Because you don't win a race by attacking on elimination normally.
It's almost every time a sprint, right? Between the strongest skaters.
Yeah.
So Manon Kamega now in the last position, but she's in the last position, so she knows what skater to pass, so I think she's okay. But it's a dangerous move, always,
Yeah,
every
it's
time.
number 1 from Argentina, Cynthia Martos. We have 20 skaters left in this race. As Manon Kamega is moving on the outside.
So the girl from Chile is in the lead now. It's San Martin Pendavi, followed by the two France skaters.
Marine LEFEUVRE and Clemence FRA. We didn't see LEFEUVRE yesterday. She was not racing. Manon is on the outside.
Yeah, Manon is a lot on the outside, so she's skating a lot of meters. Of course, the inside is the shortest. This is again a close call.
Yeah, it's Manon who eliminated. Place
So
20, 19 skaters left and 22.8 laps to go.
of course, we hoped a little bit more from the Dutch girls, but both skaters are out now. So, and this is the time the Colombian skaters decide to stand up and go slower.
Stand up for the champion.
Yeah, maybe. And then Francesca goes again, followed by her sister. They are a good team together, huh?
Yeah, they're always training together. You see it's again fighting to sit behind the LOLLOBRIGIDA sisters or Colombia. You see now Mareike THUM between the Colombian girls.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot. The
No.
Colombian skaters separated.
Ooh, and the girl from Spain.
You see it all the time. If you think you're safe, you're in like 8th position on the inside, you think, oh, I'm safe, there's so many skaters behind me. But then all the skaters come around you and you have a hard time to make it to the next.
Yeah, it was the girl from Chinese Taipei, Meng Chu Li, who eliminated. We see Sandrine BEL now in front, and the girl from Ecuador has some problems in the back of the peloton.
Oh, and the girl from Chile was fighting.
Renata Moncada in the back now. Also her teammate Emma CLARE.
Yeah, we saw Mareike Groenewoud together with Frank Vries watching the race.
Also Manon Kamega there. We see another elimination. Yeah, it's the girl from Ecuador, Moncada. Place 18 for her. So 17 skaters left. 24 laps to go. see Colombia first now. There's not happening a lot at the moment.
No, the pace is really slow. And still no attacks. I hope this will be different in the men's race.
Not really exciting race so far, but maybe we will have a great final.
That's Sandrine BEL goes on the outside. She will try to take the lead or go behind the Colombian skaters, but all the time there is Mareike too.
She tried to take the place behind Mareike too. We see the girl from Mexico now with a big gap. She's trying one more time, but I think she's too late. It's number 96, Osiris Giron Garcia. In the front, they didn't recognize that she was in the back. So 16 skaters left and 22 laps to go. Jan, do you think 20 kilometers for an elimination is too long?
If I see this race, it's far too long. 5 laps maybe was enough, but no, that's not true. You know, your legs feel different after 20K. So a sprint after 20K is different than a sprint after 5K. But the race is not that exciting, and sometimes you have this. Sometimes you have a really exciting race over 20K and a very boring race over 5K. So you never know it before. So 20K is okay, but a lot of times the ladies do not really make a spectacular race.
Here we see the girl from Chile, TRASLAVIñA, now in 3rd position behind the LOLLOBRIGIDA sisters. It's Maialen ESP from Spain, who's out now. 15 skaters left and 20 laps to go.
So only one skater from Spain left, and now we see Mareike THUM in the lead. She was all the time behind the Italian or behind the Colombian skaters, but now she's in the lead. She probably lost her position behind one of the big teams and decided it's better to be in front than fighting.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier to skate in front instead of fighting. We see the girl of South Korea, Seul Lee, in last position.
It's a lot of oohs and ahs, this race.
Yeah, I thought we saw a crash, but they are all on their feet.
Now it's a girl from South Korea in last position. Well, she was in last position.
It's a girl from Hungary now, Dominika GARDI. She has to leave the race.
So with the board on 18.
15th place for her, 14 skaters left.
So we see ARIAS and VIVEROS in the lead. Both skaters took down all the long distances this tournament.
And we're having another little break in this race. We see the girl from Ecuador moving up now, as she was all the time in the back of the peloton. And LOLLOBRIGIDA is in first now, followed by PENDAVIS from Chile. She's taking over.
The tactic from the Italian is Francesca is always in the lead, and Giulia is just following his sister. So Francesca decides where to go, and then Giulia moves with her.
And we still see 2 girls from Chile in the peloton, but they are not really working. Ooh, I think this is the girl from Ecuador.
Yeah, and she was actually...
Oh no, it's from Spain. Maite ANCÍN from Spain. So 13 skaters in this race, 16 laps to go as we're crossing the finish line. Mareike THUM in first position.
Yeah, so you really have to pay attention to the elimination. If you are in 5th position on the last straight on the inside and you think, oh, yeah, this is not my time, it's really dangerous because all the skaters come from the outside and passing you. So you have to pay attention to all the eliminations now.
Yeah, we see now Giulia LOLLOBRIGIDA is working really hard for her sister. And CLARE from Ecuador in the back of the peloton. With a girl from South Korea and the girls from France.
Yeah, I don't think we see Giulia for a long time in this race. She struggles now and she's grabbing a few people, and I think she will be the next eliminated skater.
And now we see Emma Claire leaving the race from Ecuador.
Yeah, and Sandrine ITA all the way in the back. It seems she's in big problems to follow the hard pace now.
It's a lot of fighting, so maybe she's like, okay, I'm saving my energy to not fight and move up in a few laps another time.
So there's a warning for Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA. And there's her sister again. She is strong. She's again there up front, but she cannot follow her sister anymore.
She's giving everything to help her sister to the gold medal.
And it is Sandrine ITA in the back of this group. But she is fast, so she could probably pass 1 or 2 skaters, and then she's not eliminated.
Will Giulia moving up another time? No. She's shaking her head. She's done. So Giulia LOLLOBRIGIDA is out of the race now. So 12th place for her. 12 laps to go, 11 skaters in this race. Another little break in this race. It seems easy when you see this.
Maybe it's better to have a long period of no elimination and then do an elimination every lap, because now after every sprint they stop skating.
Yeah, or make it a points elimination, like on the track.
No, I hate that race.
You don't skate anymore, so it's not your problem.
So Sandrine ITA, who was in the back for the last elimination, now she is in the front. But she is passed by German skater Mareike GER and the 2 Colombians, but she's in a good position now.
And we see Marine LEFEUVRE in the back of the peloton now.
Ooh, and this is going to be a big sprint. Who will be the last on the line? I think it's a French girl.
Marine LEFEUVRE.
Yeah, and she knows it.
So 10 skaters left. 10 laps to go.
So what are the Colombians doing? Shaking hands?
Congrats each other with a medal.
Already it's a little bit too soon. We see Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA still there. We see Mareike GER. We see Sandrine ITA.
And also the girl from Chinese Taipei, Ho-Chen TPE. She took a medal in the points race last year.
Yeah, and we still see 2 skaters from Chile. They're both in the race. So Taipei in the last position now. Will it be Taipei? Or will it be the girl from Chile who is eliminated now?
Sandrine ITA doesn't have the... Oh, maybe we see the elimination by fault. Or we see Sandrine ITA leaving the race. No, it's Sandrine ITA. Place 10 for her.
Yeah, that's not a good result from Sandrine ITA.
Maybe she wants just to be back before the soccer game starts in 15 minutes. But Sandrine, knowing she won't
get a medal in this race.
Yeah, Sandrine is a real winner. She wants a medal in every race, and she prefers to win every race, of course. 9 skaters left, 8 laps to go. And the peloton is leading by Johana VIVEROS from Colombia.
Yeah, and Mareike GER, she looks strong. She is a fast skater and she's still in the race. So if she can manage it to the final, she's always a skater who can do something and maybe can beat the strong Colombian skaters in the last lap.
And we see Clemence HALBOUT now in front. Everybody needs to sprint to make sure they are not eliminated. Oh, it's even close for Mareike GER now.
Yeah, you see she was in 4th position when they came out of the corner.
It's number 13, Alejandra TRASLAVIñA from Chile. 8 skaters left, 6 laps to go.
Yeah, so from this moment on, it's not enough for Mareike GER and also not enough for Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA to stay behind the Colombian skaters on the last straight when there is an elimination. Because all the skaters come around on the last straight.
And the girl from Chile doesn't know that she is out. On Alejandra TRASLAVIñA behind the Chinese Taipei girl. She's in your screen now. She's out of this race. So if she's crossing the finish line in last position, we will see another girl eliminating. We see her teammate Javiera San Martin Pendavis moving up on the outside.
Yeah, but she's still in. So why is she not going out? So this will be hard to get her out of this race.
Yeah, it will be or the South Korean, yeah, it's the South Korean girl who has to leave the race now. It's Seul Lee from South Korea.
But still, number 13 is in the race. Yeah,
she's asking her coach now, am I out? Yes, girl, you are out.
Yes, leave the race. She has enough time to
¿Qué pasa?
talk a little bit.
She doesn't know what happened.
Yeah, maybe she thinks it was the last in the last elimination, but it was already 2 laps ago. Now 3 laps ago she was actually eliminated.
And we have only 3 laps to go. We see Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA in the front now, followed by the Colombian girls. And as I see the faces, Fabriana Arias looks good.
So there will be no elimination now in the first group because the girl from Chile had to let the group go.
Yeah, it's Javiera San Martin Pendavis from Chile who has to leave the race now. We have 6 skaters left, 2 girls from Colombia, LOLLOBRIGIDA, Clemence HALBOUT from France, Ho-Chen from Chinese Taipei, and Mareike GER from Germany. Also, Mareike GER looks pretty good.
Yeah, so when they cross the finish line, it's only 2 laps to go. And Francesca looks behind. She watches the Colombian skaters. When will they make their move? And when they make their move, she will accelerate. So the bell rings, so the next elimination will be there in 1 lap. So 2 laps to go, 2 laps to go. And the Colombian skaters are coming on the outside now. It's Arias on the outside. No, it's VIVEROS on the outside. And Arias will try to follow her, but Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA is now between the 2 Colombian skaters. In the back we see Clemence HALBOUT in the last position and Mareike GER. This will be the last elimination, and then we will have the bell for the last lap.
And we see on front now, Fabriana Arias followed by Johana VIVEROS. And Johana VIVEROS leaving a gap now, so the others cannot pass. LOLLOBRIGIDA can't make the pass yet. Can she come on the inside? What will VIVEROS do? VIVEROS give her the space. Oh, LOLLOBRIGIDA on the inside! Whoa! Can she keep the win? Oh my God! Whoa! Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA. What a finish, what a strong finish. Normally the Colombian girls will never let this happen.
Yeah, and after a terrible track tournament for Francesca LOLLOBRIGIDA, she takes down the gold. What a good sprint. And is she crying?
I don't know, but her mom is in the hospital now. She's sick, so I think this win got a more emotional low than ever before.
Yeah,
it's really a family thing, this.
And together with Massimiliano Presti and her sister, she's celebrating this win. Massimiliano Presti, the big skater from skating now with the Italian flag. And all of Italy is of course here in the Netherlands because they missed the World Championship soccer. So they're all here now.
Yeah, and as boring was almost all the race, so exciting was the final. As you see, Francesca here passing both of the Colombian girls.
Yeah, I think Arias thought she had a bigger gap and she was skating the perfect line. But Francesca came on the inside and passed her there and had more speed coming up to the last straight and finishes it off. Colombian skaters. Oh, there's a crest. The girl from South Korea crest and one girl from Japan crest over her.
She looks bad.